Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's vlog. Sorry it's been 3 weeks since my last one. As you can imagine, there's not been loads going on here at the moment because, let's be honest, the weather has been horrendous. I hope you guys have managed to get out onto the course and play a little bit. We're very lucky here at Hornsey, even though we are built on clay, the drainage is excellent, so it doesn't take much for us to reopen after a bit of a deluge like that. I know some courses are still closed and have been closed for quite a long time, so excuse me. I hope you've managed to get out there and actually play a little bit of golf. As you can see, the side of my face here, there is a little bit of sun out there, and it's actually quite a nice day. So yeah, as I said, not loads been going on, but I have got a few things to tell you about today. I had 5 minutes earlier on today, so I thought, you know what's sort of the current affairs? Well, as I've just mentioned, it has been raining a lot, so I've had a look up and I've found some fun facts about rain, okay? Now, whether or not you're sick of rain, but you never know, this might brighten your day and make you put a little bit of smile on your face, okay? So, fact number one, you would probably think that a desert is the place that has that has the least amount of rain throughout the course of a year. Believe it or not, you would be wrong on that, okay? Antarctica is the place that has the least amount of rain with just 6.5 inches per year, okay? Wouldn't that be a godsend? So if we go to the other end of the spectrum, you think we've had a lot of rain, spare a thought for people in India. They have nearly 500 inches of rain every single year. Okay, now that is a lot of rain, okay? It feels like we've had about that much here, doesn't it, really? But yeah, 500 inches per year. Most of that is in monsoon season, so it is only a limited period, much like ours, I suppose. But yeah, 500 inches, wow. Moving on, fun fact number 2. Okay, I was thinking the other day, rain, what do we think about rain, right? Have you ever wondered how fast rain falls to the earth? I did, I looked it up. It's 14 miles an hour, okay? That's on average, depending on the size of the droplet and various other bits and pieces. But yeah, 14 miles an hour it comes down. And how long does it take to get from the sky down to the floor? Well, if a cloud is 2,500 meters up in the sky, it will take about 2 minutes to get from the cloud all the way down to the floor. Wow. Bet this is captivating you here, isn't it? Okay, finally, number 3. Do you think you've got a pressurized job? How about this, okay? If you're a weather forecaster back in the 17th century and you predicted that that it was due to rain and it didn't, or that it wasn't going to rain and it did, you could be executed for a wrong forecast, all right? So can you imagine that as your job? I bet there was no such thing as a weather forecaster, or nobody certainly wanted to admit being a weather forecaster, okay? Can you imagine that in this day and age? Maybe we should bring that back, and then we might have maybe more accurate forecasts. But yeah, there you go, guys. Some fun facts about rain for you. As you can tell, I had 5 or 10 minutes earlier on. I thought, yeah, that might be quite a fun piece to do. So yes, fun facts about rain for you. Now, what else has been going on in the world of golf? Okay, because there has been a bit of golf going on in warmer climates. Let's have a think. First of all, WGC in Mexico, where they hit the ball 15% further because of the lack of air, which I think is fantastic. I think Rory McIlroy's average drives were sort of knocking on 400 yards, which is a bit crazy. The guy who won it, as you know, I'm not a massive fan of. I did a vlog end of last year about how this chap bent the rules a little bit when he was in a bunker, and it kind of feels as though, well, you know what, cheats can prosper, which is absolutely horrendous, and it's not something that I like about our sport, that can happen. I spend all my time with the juniors especially, saying, you know what, guys, golf's a game of honesty. If it touched something, if it didn't, you've got to be honest about it. But I'm guessing Patrick Reed missed that lesson when he was at school, because it's not great. I mean, Peter Costas has come out since saying about how he can tap the ground down before the ball, and then play shots. There's all sorts of stories about him, and it taints the sport. I don't know. I just don't like it. And especially when you think about Simon Dyson, okay, going back a couple of years ago, he cheated by the letter of the law and got I think it was something like a £300,000 fine, and basically vilified by all fellow pros, and he's never been the same since. I don't even think he's playing that much now, and so he got an absolute hounding for it. Whereas Patrick Reed, after he'd finished, everyone was giving him a hug and all that sort of stuff. Fair play to Wayne Riley though for asking him a very uncomfortable question that he clearly didn't like. So obviously something struck a chord there, and maybe something did get under his skin. I hope so. I hope he can clear this side of his game up, because he's obviously a good player. You know, he's won the Masters and he's won two World Golf Championships. So he's obviously a good player. He just needs to cut that out of his game. It's just, yeah, not great for golf. But anyway, moving on. Whilst they were playing in Mexico, they were also playing in Puerto Rico, and that's an interesting tournament. Okay, a chap with it called Victor Hovland, who I've mentioned a couple of times this year as one to watch out for this year. I'm quite pleased. I actually got a prediction right. Some of my predictions for major champions haven't been good in the past. Some have been good. Let's just hope I can maybe pick this year's Masters winner, which is not that far away now, is it, guys? I think we're down to less than 50 days for the Masters. Woohoo! The interesting thing about the Puerto Rico Open, and I hope this isn't a sign of things to come, but the Puerto Rico Open's been going about 15 years. The winner of the Puerto Rican Open has never gone on to win another event, okay? And the biggest name to mention with that is a chap called Tony Finau, the American guy, he won his first event in Puerto Rico, hasn't won since, okay? And people are sort of asking the questions, when are you going to win again? Fingers crossed it's not the same for Victor Hovland, okay? We shall see. Time will tell. Sneaky addition to the Ryder Cup team for him? Maybe. You never know. We shall see. So, moving on, main bit of today's vlog. It's a trip. I've organised a trip up to Scotland this year, okay? And we're going to go back end. So a bit of genuine links golf. So the question to ask yourselves is, have you ever wanted to play probably the best course in England, okay, because that's where we're going. We're going up to Turnberry, okay, over on the Ayrshire coast up in Scotland. We're going to play the Ailsa course there, okay, currently ranked number 2 in Great Britain and Ireland, so it gives you an idea on how amazing that course is going to be. Out of all the other great courses, places like Ganton, you've got places like the Belfry, Sunningdale, all the other ones, okay, the Ailsa course up at Turnberry is ranked number 2 in golf courses in Great Britain and Ireland. So it's almost worth going just for this one, okay? I'm still to secure golf on the other 2 days, but it won't be a problem. I'm thinking we're going to be playing the Robert the Bruce course, which is also at Turnberry, and then there's lots of great golf links courses just in and around there. So we'll be playing at one of those. We travel up there on Sunday the 25th of October, we play the day there, we then play on the 26th, the 27th, we stay over for 2 nights before travelling back on the Tuesday. I've picked October because I think the weather will just be about right for some fantastic links golf. Okay, as always, we're in England, we never guarantee the weather. Let's jump back to them fun stats about rain earlier on. But yes, it's going to be a fantastic trip, okay? So if you fancy coming, 25th, 26th, 27th of October, 2 nights, bed and breakfast, staying at the Turnberry course. Guys, this is, I keep saying this and I've said it before and I can hear myself saying it again, but it's kind of once in a lifetime trip. Whether I'm going to run it again, I don't know. If you do fancy coming on that, guys, your price per person is £549. But again, this is playing number 2 ranked course in all of Great Britain and Ireland and a couple of other fantastic links courses. So if you're a big fan of links golf and you fancy getting away from it a little bit, guys, come along, come and give me a shout, see me in the shop, send me an email and all the other bits and pieces, just get in touch with me and we'll go from there, okay? So, not a lot else to say this time. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry, yes there is. I'm going to put a poster. If I haven't already done it, there'll be a poster coming up here of the Scotland trip. So just to give you a bit more information there, and I'll put it where it needs to be put. So yeah, number 1, fun facts about rain today. Bet you all enjoyed that one. Number 2, Victor Hovland is looking pretty good. Patrick Reed not looking so good. The main one, the big one today. Come and join me for a trip up to Scotland for some fantastic links golf, guys. Okay, that's me out for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.